Hi, I'm Matt, and you might remember me from a brief introduction video at the beginning of this quarter in front of an empty classroom. I'd like to talk about a very timely subject, verbal and nonverbal communication. Prior to the pandemic, the organization that I work for, an apprenticeship training facility, operated pretty normally with unencumbered communication between all. Here's some footage of our activities back then. You can see the full spectrum of communication in place. That's me up on the scaffold. We shut down for several weeks after the pandemic began, but now, deemed as an essential service, we are back up and running at a limited capacity with masks and full personal protective equipment in place for all apprentices and personnel. You can see here the limitations placed on our communication compared with before. That's me doing temperature scans every morning. As an instructor teaching in front of a class, I anticipated obstacles in communicating to the class from behind a mask. My biggest concern was the inability to express or convey emphasis and emotion with my face covered below the eyes. However, that was only part of the problem. Carol Logan and John Stewart discuss in their Verbal and Nonverbal Dimensions of Talk chapter, From Bridges, Not Walls, a book about interpersonal communication, a sliding scale of communication between primary verbal and primary nonverbal, rather than discussing the two forms of communication separately. In actual communication, they say, verbal and nonverbal elements always occur together, so it distorts both to treat them separately. I've discovered that the mask not only inhibits the nonverbal cues of facial expression, but also mixed cues of talk speed, loudness, and pitch. A proven and effective alternative to a cloth mask is a face shield. This allows for full facial expression. Voltage is equal to current multiplied by resistance. A voice can still sound quite muffled and hollow behind the face shield. Voltage is equal to current multiplied by resistance. So an inexpensive lanyard amplifier with a microphone can help alleviate that. Voltage is equal to current multiplied by resistance. Body movement, proximity, and even touch are also part of the nonverbal communication process that have certainly been disrupted by social distancing guidelines post-pandemic. In time, I'm sure we will adapt to these new normals with an appreciation for effective communication among all. Thanks.
About everybody wave now. All right, that's it. How about a round of applause?